Alright, hello everyone. I'm going to be teaching you how to get the Benevolent Leader Trophy, at least the easiest method that I have found. First, let's start by showing that I do have 100 happiness and my stats up there. So we have 6 people at the Red Rocket gas station. This is the settlement I found to be the most, really the easiest to get this at because it's a small settlement and it doesn't really get attacked. I sent 6 people over here from my other settlements, and I have 5 level 3 shops right here. So I have one person assigned to every level 3 shops because they all need to have jobs. This 6th settler over here, I have a bunch of mut fruit plants. Now, mut fruit is recommended because it is represents one whole food rather than a half, like the corn and potatoes do, and other other food. So you want to put down 6. You can put down more, but only just know that your one settler can only do a maximum of 6 food. That's the maximum number of food that they're willing to take care of. So they can only do 6. So it's recommended to just put 6 down. Then of course do just simple water pumps. No, you don't need to do anything that requires power or anything. You can see my power is 0 and I have 100% happiness. It is not necessary in any way to have, a purifier. Not that you could have a purifier here, but I think with the DLC they have added different ones where you can have, because without DLC, it's just a basic water pump and stuff. Like that water pump powered. Like, you don't need that right now, because these two are just purifiers, and you kind of need a little water source and everything. But this is just a pump. You don't need to do that. You can, but your power's not necessary. This is simple. So notice that I have 7 beds, not 6. This is one's going to be for you, so you need 1 per settler, of course, as if you need for everything else, and then the other one is for you. So that'll get into in a second. You also are going to want to increase the settlement size until it's in the yellow. You can do this by just simply putting decorations. You're going to need some sort of decoration. It doesn't matter if it's the same one. I just use the same one. I just slap some paintings on a wall. They're happy about this. Don't know why, but they're happy about it. Then I took a bunch of crates back out here and built all these crates. This just adds settlement size. That's something simple. Then I have all these 1,000,000 turrets. You only need a defense of 100 to do it. Again, you don't need power-sized things. You don't need any special perks, but you're going to need a bunch of like oil and stuff to make it. So I would collect some stuff along the way. You only need to get to 100, but you can go over. It might be better just to go over just to make sure everything's in order and everything. It's also worth noting that in order to get the level 3 shops, you're going to need charisma level 6, and you're going to need need to be at least a level 14 to do this, which you probably are way past at this point, especially if this is your last trophy. So you're just going to want to build the level 3 shops. Okay, now is the most annoying part. Once you have all that, your happiness level should be increasing as you're doing all this. Then what you're going to do is you're just going to sleep forever. Forever. You're going to sleep forever. This passes time, and you have to stay at the settlement the entire time you're doing this. If you leave, you will not. Your happiness will go down because for some reason the settlers like when you're there. So you have to stay there and just wait and just wait and wait and wait forever. And eventually, if you keep doing this and keep doing it, but also do want
Another day of hard work.
I do want to point
Never
out,
changes.
just don't sleep and sleep. You're going to want to get up and walk around for like about a minute of real time. You can't just go back to sleep, otherwise you're just going to be stuck at happiness forever. That may work up until you can just constantly sleep until you reach happiness level about 80. It progresses pretty fast up until 80. Then between 80 and 85 really, but then you're going to have to grind. Those will have 15 to 20 happiness points. So you're just going to walk around a little bit and then you're going to go back to sleep for another day. And eventually, after doing that, you sleep for about between 12 to 24 hours. You walk around for a little bit and you go into build mode. You just look around and you keep walking around for about a minute in real time. Then you should be able to reach 100. You have to stay there the whole time. Just make sure enough resources are there at your settlements. Make sure everyone has a job. Make sure defense is up. Decorate the place. So
Got
that's
work to
the
do.
paintings.
Can't talk now.
So that's the paintings. Make sure your defense is there. And you should be able to get this trophy no problem. I know other people recommend Sanctuary. Personally, I think it's too big of a settlement to keep track of everyone. You know, I would differentiate your settlers, that way you know which ones you've assigned to where. Since I last got this, it is, they have added this little assign to thing, so it tells you that they're actually assigned, and it tells you like the shops are actually assigned and stuff. But before, when I did it, they didn't do that, so you might want to differentiate them. You don't have to, but that's just a little tip. I hope this helped, because this trophy was a pain in my ass and I struggled with it for quite some time. So, but this is how I did it. This is how I got the trophy and was able to get my platinum. So I hope this helps someone. Thank you for watching.